Alright, sorry about that. It's my tax man calling. One more thing I'm trying to get done and put to bed before I leave. So we were talking about Virginia and the regions in Virginia. He basically goes through 6 regions of Virginia. And the one that just makes me giggle is I've got wrote down 0 to 53.9. But I think that's in the 500-mile span. But I've got wrote down in parentheses, you sure are ugly section. I don't remember that section because we hiked quite a bit in Virginia, but anyhow, good stuff. He's got marked down, or I wrote down, hitchhiking is illegal in the state of New York. I have to Google that one. I don't know if that still stands or not. I will probably be hitchhiking in New York. Don't tell the police because my husband won't come get me out of jail. And of course, you've got permits required in the Smokies and in Shenandoah. Smokies, I think, is a $20 fee. Shenandoah is free. You just have to fill it out before you go into the park. Bear bagging in shelters and camping areas that have food and smells around. Of course, we talked about that before. Talking about flip-flopping, I'm not doing a flip-flop. Long-distance hikers are typically introverts, and that I am. I'm a small business owner. I've been in outside sales and customer service all of my life. You wouldn't think that I'm an introvert, but I tell you what, I am. After a day with people, I love people, I enjoy conversations, but after a long day with interacting with others, I'm sapped. Emotionally, mentally, I'm sapped. I just need to go off into a little corner by myself. So it'll be interesting to see the folks that I meet on the trail. That might be a question I ask as I take your picture, because I'll be taking your pictures. I've got a little journaling thing I want to do on the side. So everybody that I interact with, I would love to get your picture and your trail name, where you're from, and see, are you an introvert like I am? I'm hoping to meet some. And cost is directly related to nights spent in town and re-outfitting. So I'm going to try not to spend a whole lot of nights in town. Of course, when Kevin comes down to see me, there's probably going to be a town stay with a hotel and a bath and a dinner out and maybe a couples massage, because we like to do couples massages. Trekking poles. Trekking poles should be tall enough to reach above the elbow, but below the armpit. And Warren only hikes with one pole. And I have found on my hikes that I typically just use one pole too. The other pole I ended up swinging in my hand. So I'm only taking one pole. If it looks like I need to, I can always have Kevin send me my second one later down the road. Don't spend too much time in town. Do shakedown hikes. Go slow and steady. Tent off trail near town to save money when you are near towns. And enjoy the trail. Enjoy waking up to the birds and the sunrise. Go with the flow of the trail. Stop and start as needed. Again, solid advice that I'm going to have to really pay attention to. Talks about family at home. Are they supportive? Are they not supportive? I've even got little diagrams drawn out, basically, that in your pack, heaviest stuff high on the back, clothing in the middle, and then of course sleeping system on the bottom. So yeah, we took some pretty good notes. And this is probably my number one, uno, not dos, uno, one. Need to get comfortable with uncertainty, not always knowing where I am or knowing what's coming up. I am a control freak. I like to plan. I'm a planner. I'm a list maker. Check that off. So this has probably been the hardest part for me, is the uncertainty of the trail and knowing what's coming up. What's my day going to be like tomorrow? I'm the person that lays my clothes out before I go to bed at night. typically. I know what's coming the next day so I can be prepared mentally and physically. Need to get comfortable with uncertainty. It's going to be a struggle, friends. Gonna be a struggle. But I'm up for the challenge. Always have your headlights with me in the backpack. I typically just leave it on because we get up here every morning. Kev gets up 5:15ish and is out of the house by 5:45 every morning, so we're early risers. Early riser, go. So I like getting up and going early, and I'm hoping that I can get back into that habit before I moved here to Northern Ohio. Me and my little bestie, I call her Nancy. It's not really her name, but she knows who she is. She would pick me up for the gym in the morning, and sometimes we were there at 5 a.m., and that was nice. It was a nice way to get your day started. So I'm hoping I can get back into that role of things, of getting up, going early in the morning. I'm going to be wearing Trail Runners Ultras, zero drop shoes. I did buy some Vask hiking boots, gosh, 2 or 3 years ago. I wore them like 3 times because I hurt my ankles. So maybe I need to sell those. If there's any gals out there who wear a size 8.5 Vask Gore-Tex boots, $160 boots. I think I've worn them 3 times. Uno, dos, tres. 3 times. Poof. Before going above tree line in New England states, stop, put on all cold gear. Clothes, gloves, hat, eat, bathroom, then head out. Do not stop in exposure. You lose body heat. That's an important one because I know Joanne told me that she got into some pretty nasty weather in the Whites, and that can be quite daunting. So he says never ford rivers or streams barefooted. Always wear shoes. With your hiking poles when you're fording, 3 points of contact, 2 points always touching, whether that be your feet, your hands, a hiking pole, what have you. He actually fords the Kennebec River, which I know the legal route now is the canoe crossing, but he even gave us notes on how to cross the Kennebec because he believes that it's a purist thing. Maybe I might be quoting him incorrectly, but yeah, he gave us, I've got 5 or 6 steps here written down on how to ford the Kennebec River, which I don't know that I'll be doing that, but anyhow. Yeah, so there's just some more information and what I'm filling my day with. Hope everybody's having a great day. It is another clear, bright, cold, albeit cold day in Northern Ohio. My family and friends up here know that, yeah, it's a cold. I went to Sandusky yesterday, and Lake Erie is frozen over, but it's just kind of surreal looking out there and seeing all this ice. Yeah. But anyhow, everybody have a great day, and see you soon.